Zabble, you people of the internet, it is I, Trowahc, and this is a new little video I'm starting up called Greenlight It. As everyone probably already knows, Greenlight has started up on Steam today, where we get to choose what kind of indie games we get to see on Steam based on a rating system, which I think is a great idea, and this video is to try and not necessarily promote, but to put an opinion out on a game that I would like to see out on Steam, and also why I think it's actually a good idea to put it up on Steam. So I'm not only just going to say, hey, this is why I think it should be on Steam, but I'm also going to try and say why I think it deserves to be on Steam. The game we're going to be looking at is Melody's Escape, which the main reason why I think it should be on Steam is a rhythm runner game, which is an extremely interesting kind of genre, or melding of genres, I'd have to say, for anything. The basic concept of the game is that it is a runner game, so you're going to have all those basic understandings of a runner game where you're jumping up, you're diving, you're avoiding traps, you're trying to get to the level, and all you can really do is make your character jump up. But the speed is not dictated by you. You can't stop. You are constantly going. However, this is the reason why I think it's really, really interesting, is that it's going to take music like Audio Slave, so your music, say something like AC/DC Thunderstruck, a favorite of mine, you put that into the game, and then it generates an actual level that you can run from that music, with pitfalls, traps, and everything else. So, but then also from the actual tempo or the speed of it, it's going to have 4 different types of variations on it, where you can start from walking, so you can start very slow, you can go jogging, you can go running, and then finally to flying, which could be a very quick one. That in itself, I think, is really, really interesting, that you actually change the speed of the game because the speed of the music is changing. And it's really, I think that's a great thing, because I haven't seen that in a lot of runner games, and it's really quite interesting. Also, the graphics look quite beautiful. It's very neon, it's very Audio Surf-esque. Also, very little block color, which I think is really nice. You know, it looks good, but it doesn't detract from the game too much. So it's kind of it is a very stylized look. It's not realistic in any way, shape, or form. It's very vibrant, and I've always liked that in my games. But the big thing is, I think, in some of the images, especially one of them, where you actually see the character diving. Now, I don't remember. I must admit, I haven't seen many runner games do that, if any. So I think that's very, very interesting to me, where you can actually not only jump over actual obstacles, but you could dive through holes. You'll probably have the ability to slide. There's one there that you can actually see yourself sliding over something, so there's going to be slippery points where you can't sort of control your character too much. Yeah, it really seems like they've going to make a runner game that just seems very, very interesting by trying to map out a map based on music. So you can go with something very fast, you could go with something, you know, you could go with the dubstep and, you know, go all the wob-wobs, or you could go something very slow, very orchestric, and, you know, have something very easy. The biggest thing that I like the most about it is obviously the online score leaderboards. That's a form of competitive gaming that I've always enjoyed, and, you know, much more than the whole KDA kind of competitive gaming that happens in a lot of first-person shooters, which I can understand why it happens in a lot of first-person shooters, but I've always enjoyed the online score leaderboards a little bit more because I come from those days of gaming. And yeah, it just seems like an extremely interesting merger of genres. And that's really why I think it should be on Steam, because I think it's a game that's going to be showing a lot of what we've already seen on Steam, but then it's also going to give us something different. It's not just going to be, oh, it's another runner game, or oh, it's another rhythm game. It's combining of the two, and it's going to give us something that possibly we haven't seen before. I'd love to see a demo of this. I haven't been able to find one yet, so if anyone has, yeah, put in the link in the comments, and I'll go find it and play it. But also in the comments, if any of you guys think I'm a raving lunatic and you want to say I'm completely stupid, by all means. If you want to agree with me and you want to continue on and say, hey, you know, I agree with you, and these are other reasons why I like this game and why I think it should be on Steam, by all means. And of course, go to the Greenlight and thumb up it or thumb down it, whether you like this or not. I really think this is a game that should be on Steam myself, personally. Like I said, it's just a beautiful looking game. The idea is very interesting. It's going to be a game that I think a lot of people can sink a lot of hours into. and overall enjoy it. So that's the end of this episode, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. See ya!